All right. All right, guys. What's going on? We're back again. It's going to be our second live stream. Let me just play this page real quick and double check, make sure I got that camera fixed. Had somebody tell me that I had it in. Man, this cord right here is driving me crazy. I got everything hooked up. I need to charge everything, but I'm double checking. What's going on? We're back again. Yeah, I think it's in the right spot. It's going to be our second live stream. Give me just a minute, we'll get going. We're going to do some iRacing tonight. Let me just play this page real quick and double check, make sure I got that camera fixed. I really wanted to do right now. Had somebody tell me that I had it. I'm thinking there's going to be something starting here soon. Driving me crazy. I got everything hooked up. I need to charge everything, but I'm double checking. We're good on that, so we're going to get straight into iRacing here. So, like I said earlier, I play on two accounts. One's Trevor Baxter, the other one's Trevor Clay. This one's at 2367. The other one's right at 5,000. I mainly just do whatever I want to on this one, and on the other one I'll run the Next Gen Open Series or either the ARCA Series. I pretty much stick to those two. That's the only two cars that I'm like pretty good at, or I practice at to be good at, to where I can actually run with the top split guys. I'm dabbling with the NASCAR Truck Series and the Xfinity Series right now. I'm starting to like the Fixed Series, is pretty good. So that's something we're going to get into. It's just, especially on this account, just running some fixed races. Met a lot of cool guys the last couple of weeks, man. They're just chill dudes. They like racing. I mean, that's why we're all here. We like it. It's fun. It's something to do. It's pretty chill. It's relaxed. Gets heated from time to time, but at the end of the day, there's no better sport to do. Some people wouldn't call it a sport, but I guess it's a hobby to do sitting at your house. It costs a little bit of money to get into, but once you get it set up, man, there's nothing like it. With that being said, let's for some reason this keeps. I've got Fanatec DD1 Pro. That's what I run, but for some reason I updated some stuff and it's not registering right now, so I'm going to have to get that working before we get started. It'll work here in a second. There we go. Alrighty. So I played with these wheel settings on this wheel. So let me tell you about this wheel, because a lot of people that get Fanatec, SimiCube, SimMagic, whatever you get, they're all going to have ways to customize, set up the wheels. So when I first got this thing, I was like, man, I just don't like the way it feels. I didn't get used to it. So I made my own custom settings on there, which I did well with. I did real well with those settings, and I got into a lot of good races, and I had success with them. But over the last couple of weeks, I started running some fixed series races and jumping around from car to car. And I realized that Fanatec actually does a pretty good job with giving you the base settings. And it sounds crazy because the base settings are like, 100, 100, 100 on all their little clicks. And for example, like the clicks I have on my wheel here are like sensitivity, force feedback scale, national dampener, natural friction, natural inertia, interpolation, FEI intensity, force effect strength, spring effect, dampener effect, brake level indicator, and the brake force. So when I first got the wheel, I was like, well, setting them to 100 can't be right? And I was like, I couldn't believe that, like, that's the actual settings that Fanatec would recommend for you to use on iRacing. So I went there and made my own custom settings and did some tweaking, and we ran them, and they did fine for a while, and they still do good. It's a really smooth setup. I made it pretty much feel like a T300, which is the wheel that I used before I got this one, and I tried to make it match that. And I did some updating the other day, and everything got reset. But luckily, I still had my old setup, but I was like, hey, I'm just curious. Now that I've had the wheel for a while, I'm just going to get on there, and I'm going to try the actual stock settings that they give you when you get the wheel. And surprisingly, I think I actually like the stock settings better. The only thing I actually changed was like the actual bumps and like what you feel on the track, like when it comes to the bumps, like hitting the bump, making your steering wheel move. I don't really like that just because I can't keep it steady in the middle of the corner if that's a lot of bumps going on and stuff. But I went back to the factory settings and I'm really digging it. It's worked good for us. So um, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you watching. We'll try to keep it funny. We'll try to keep it clean. There's going to be some wrecks. There's going to be some crashes. I'm going to wreck somebody, I promise. I run on ultra wide screen. Sometimes I can't see everything I need to see. Sometimes wrecks happen. So the first podcast, I guess, I don't guess it's podcast. The first live we did earlier today, I think I named it um, Kansas Trucks Heated or something. But it got crazy at the end. It was pretty good. It got wild. I'll just say that. You have to go watch it and check it out if you want to see what happened. But I thought we were going to do really well that race. I thought we had a good chance to maybe get a top 3. But it just didn't work out. And then some dude tried to make a crazy move. Crazy move at the end of the race on a restart. And I wasn't having it, man. I was just fed up. I probably shouldn't have done it, to be honest with you. But I was just like, dude, no, not at this time right now. Like, this dude had already caused a wreck. He already caused 2 or 3 cautions to come out. And I was just like, dude, I'm not letting this dude be this dude right now. So I just kind of pulled up in front of him to block him from jumping the restart. And when I did, he just hammered down. But heated race. It was good, though. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It got good. You can tell. I went back and watched it after, and you can tell like the difference between me like at the chill stage versus when it got heated. I was like mad. But looking at this, we got the Arca Menard series going off right now at Watkins Glen. I ran that the other day. Absolutely terrible at that. Awful. I burned my tires up. It's upside down, sideways. I was like, ooh, need some practice on this one. I don't ever run the Silver Crown or carburetor. I would like to run this, but I don't have a custom setup for it. SK Modifieds at Stafford. I don't have that track. I do have it on my other account though, so we might could do that. Like 3 people in it, probably not. Tour Modified or the A Fixed. I'll tell you what, let's just jump into the A car. I kind of want to see how it drives here. I think I ran it one time earlier in this week. I can't remember if it was that or the B car. But we're about to jump in and see what this A car has at Kansas Motor Speedway. That's where they'll be racing at this weekend. So I dipped Grizzly, but they got this stuff called Cougar. It's just as good, way cheaper. So, yep. We're going to be a Cougar tonight, boys. Woo! Let's go do some racing. So, I think I just heard somebody pull in. We'll see here in a minute. I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned.